I'm Flannelass, and these makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat. Hold on. Video games have commenced. Welcome back, Norco. Look at that, see? August 13th last year. That sounds like Cap. I don't remember playing this thing in August, but whatever, here we are. I also like this game has a dyslexic font option. I'm not dyslexic, but I streamed this game and I figured it'd be good for others. Also, I play this entirely with a mouse for what it's worth. Worth a lot. It's worth a lot. For what that's worth. Right, I gotta read everything. Million. I do hope Erica is correct in that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with the sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Catherine. Several weeks ago. Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic. Extremely happy and satisfied today. You've been counting down the days to the Fantastic Four trailer for a long time and it finally came. Congratulations. You got a preview of Galactus, you saw the powers on display for Johnny Storm and Sue Storm. You saw Thing, no powers to Thing really, but you saw the actor doing his thing. Shout outs to the bear. You saw Mr. Fantastic with no power display, saving things for the full feature film. I love that. Looks V good. I think the same people that are complaining about Jey Uso on Twitter are the same people who are complaining about Fantastic Four. Which is why I don't go to Twitter, but like once a week. Clinician, what brings you here tonight? I want a record for my children. I don't want to keep my kids alone. They may still need me. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck. We follow his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk about your earliest memory. It's of pine trees, yes? That's right. Your camera is blocking most of the game? Oh, okay. Then I will just take Okaydrian, that's me, and move me over here. And we'll just pray to God it doesn't happen over here too. Because if it does, then oh well. Tell me about them. Well, they grew from the concrete. And the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset. He'd see them and frown. He'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house. Couldn't wait to get out. And that's why you married Blue. Yes, to have somewhere to go. We bought our little place on Good Hope Street. Whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Where was Blue? Oh, he sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yeah. When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes. Whoa! What a visual that would be. Not a single thing can ruin my mood today, Annika. But the good news is that Super Annika doesn't have a lot of stamina. He's gonna go for this jugular moment for you, Riggs, and for me for about 10 minutes, and he'll tire himself out. Case in point, Richard down here would likely pronounce Richard. Ah, Richard. Also, the writers knocked it out of the park with their portrayal of southern Louisiana. I believe this studio is based in New Orleans, and while I'm not from the New Orleans metro area this takes place, there's enough state cultural overlap for it to feel extremely familiar. Yeah, I will say you love you some New Orleans-based area stuff and Kentucky-based stuff, so. That's right. There's the flare stack in his eyes. Oh, I can choose what to save and what to delete? Ooh. I'll save the eye refinery. I'll save the visual of the pines. Delete this. How was it after that? In the time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house nursing Kay and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. And then there was the explosion. When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattered across the East Bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. Remember that. Remember that. Let's pitch this. Also the writing of Sue seems to be spot on. Historically, Sue is the one that treated the most haphazardly by Riser, especially in the past films. Now I can wait for the full trailer to see what Mole Man's gonna look like. Wish I didn't have a single hint at him. Save the good stuff until it's closer to July. I respect it. Tell me about this man. Well, I would see him from time to time around Norco. This was many years back. But several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Gabe was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminum refinery. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home, knowing it was another mistake. You were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. Know that, man. Know this. Know that. What is the significance of this image to you? It's Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. When? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richard's branch factors into your biography. Duck's version escaped, a hard fork, an extremely rare instance, and grew into some kind of monster. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yeah. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, or whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I could use the money. The app pays. Yes. I see. It seems this is the last control point you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories, anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Madeira. Madeira. Tell you what, this is not the best point to come back to a game. I'll tell you that right now. So it looks like we're looking to establish a timeline of memories for our children. Something they can go back to and connect with. This is like some kind of pseudo Neo-Nolans. You know what I mean? Because obviously we're speaking to sophisticated robots with intelligence on par with some sort of advanced intelligence with Milian. But we're still dealing with the industrial age of, let's say, 20th century southern workforce, refineries and things like that. But also the future tech of whatever this company is that allows us to store our memories in a biography of sorts. So trippy. It sounds like there's a disconnect between the person speaking, Catherine, and her ability to hold on to memories. And the memories she has and wants her children to know about. I know a game you could go back to. Twafo, what if I told you that game was on the list? Only problem is, because of how long it takes to beat, it is further down on the list. But we are going back to it. It is one of the 24. Yeah, this person is wavy. It looks like we're looking at her through like a Coke bottle. Or a beverage bottle, I should say. You ever do that? You know what's really weird is when you look at someone through a water cooler and you can't stop looking. It's not because of the person you're looking at, but you're almost hypnotized by the motion and the wave of their image through the water cooler. And they turn and look at you and you can't turn away because you're like, this is trippy. Or perhaps that's just me. It's been a while because I haven't been to too many places that have a water cooler placed like that. Which just goes to say we need more water coolers. You saw a Reddit about that earlier this day? About what I was just speaking about? And Twafo, the good news is it's not technically last. But the bad news is it's pretty close. But the good news is, at least you're not Alex. The game Alex wants me to finish, and I never forgot, is literally last in the list. So this dude's gotta wait all year to see his game. So. Oh, Nightbot, it's just Twafo, brother. It's just Twafo. Here you go. Alright, Twafo, good luck. Nothing, Alex. Just talking about Norco. And how it's an outstanding title. Okay, supposedly this is related to what I was talking about. It's not technically 2016, so I doubt it's a Rickroll. So I have that going for me. Oh, thank God Twaffle didn't Rickroll me. Thank you, I was afraid we were at that period in our lives. Okay, what we got here? I mean, yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what I was talking about. I'm happy that you and I are on the same wavelength, Wapo, in some capacity. Supposedly. Thank you. No idea what Super Duck wants from me. Better check my phone. Wallet watch. 10.112 US dollars? Bro, I never want to know how broke I am to the thousands. You know what I mean? I'm okay with just knowing that I've got $10 in my bank account, right? I already know. I don't have to check. I've been keeping tabs in my head. I know what I spent. It's not much. I know what I have. It's not a lot. So don't tell me it's just 10.112. Maybe it's European nomenclature and it's a period instead of a comma? You think 10,000? Now I definitely don't want to see it because I don't have that. There's the exchange rate between USD and Quack dollars. Oh my God, a duck. Okay, we got rideshare. Says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. Oh, this is the app that gives me money for doing things. Quack job. Do work, earn quack. And the quack is in exchange for USD. Okay. Install quack complete. Set up multi-factor authentication. Incomplete. Meet contact at Curious Duck. The Curious Duck is the nearest rendezvous to your location. More information awaits you there. Curious Duck? Anything related to Curious Cat or Curious George? Maybe there's a man in a yellow hat at the Curious Duck. I don't think people really know about Curious George any longer. I feel like that's antiquated now. Nobody's in the street saying, bro, remember Curious George? The curious little monkey? Receive orientation. Receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City. I mean, 12, are you talking about Curious George lately? Or nah? Case picker. None. Metari Angels. Oh, my case. Hoot hoot. Sure. I feel like the man in the yellow hats, socials are toxic. I feel like he has a blue check on Twitter for sure. Oh, most certainly. I don't know where the vibe came from, but the man in the yellow hat, aka the dude who has a chimpanzee as a pet that's supposedly friendly enough to interact with folks, somehow circumventing US laws, definitely just tweeted, I have no problem with Canada becoming the 51st state. 1000% tweeted that recently. It's a Nolan Saints reference. If you look at the bottom left in the phone case, it says the Super Bowl reference. Oh, got it. Yeah. That was like the Saints winning the bowl? That was like 45,000 years ago, I think. Memories, huh? Messenger. Okay, got K. Ooh. I always feel gross in a way, checking messages and games like this where you can read someone's history of texts. It just feels so invasive because the conversations feel so familiar. You know what game really messed me up? Speaking about that, but I still would play it again. And I think all of you, I think 10% of the population should play this game. Orwell. Ignorance is something. There's like 2 sequels. That game, woof. It is a video game and a half with the Adrian stamp of approval, for sure. Just checking in, please text when you can. I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Zona. Where in Zona? IDK. This is already so awkward. I hate it. Love you. No reply. Been there. Just checking in. Still in Zona. New Max. Be careful. Doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Call when you can. Being worried. Okay. Blake says he hasn't heard from you. Really getting concerned. Please call. They put me on another round of chemo. Would love to hear from you. Call. Oh, yeah. Not. Not an easy read. Here's Blake, no Shelton. Where you went, Maul? I'm out, I'm fine. Had to drop something off at your parents'. Been gone a while. I made a couple of stops, I'm okay, I promise. Blake, have you heard from your sister? Yeah, she says she's okay. Where is she? She ain't say. Dear, where did my pills go? I'm in a meeting, we'll call back. How'd it go this morning? We'll call. Ma came back around. I'll be home soon, calling Uncle Chip. It's fine, love you. Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come into the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening, everything's okay. You need to stay home. I'll be fine, I promise. Love you, my nerd. Love you, Ma. I wish someone would call me their nerd. Not my mom. Like somebody else needs to text me and say, love you, my nerd. I feel like that would fix me. Although I don't know how I feel about personal affectionate nicknames like Babe. I guess I'll stay single forever. 2009 feels like 45 years ago, to be honest. You know, it won't be too far off that 45 years ago will be 45 years ago. Take from that what you will. Duck. Oh, we don't like Duck. Well, she likes Duck. Used to like Duck. Doesn't love Duck. Been a while, Duck. Too long, old friend. How's the weather on your side of the tracks? They have me on... Jesus! They have me on chemo. Terrible. I don't have long myself. Got me carrying around a tank. Blue's waiting for us. I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate? I want to raise your blood pressure. Try me. Super contacted me. So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went? Don't mess around with Super Kate. Thing's got no soul. Like the room with all it touches. I need the money. They don't take money where we're going. Okay. Can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left them a little bit. How he went out was a fool. Don't worry yourself like this at the end. Find peace. No peace for me. Don't get mixed up with that thing, Kate. I'll tell you now, it won't go how you want it. Kate. Damn it, I hope you're listening. This is... Oof. My direct. Oh my god, welcome to Oxnard My Direct Medical Portal. Do not share this code with anyone else. Online billing notifications. A bill for $1,500. Outstanding bill. A bill for $1,700. Outstanding balance. Yeah, this is America. I just can't believe we live in a world, man, where certain parts of the world, because it's not just the United States, but the United States is definitely a purveyor of this perverse logic. But anyone who needs a level of treatment that is life-threatening shouldn't have to deal with the trauma of a tab of $15,000 to $45,000 for said treatment. Like, it's egregious. Free healthcare, God bless, please. Tax if you have to, but my God. That's rough to read. It looks like this is not an exchange rate, but rather the balance of my USD and the balance of my Quack Bucks. Shoutouts to Quack Bucks. Okay, so we've got to go to the Curious Duck, meet our contact, and hope that the man in the yellow hat is not there, talking about what an influential genius Robert Kennedy Jr. is when it comes to immunization treatments and vaccinations. Here's to hoping. Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks with me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. Shall I contact our on-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well. Last name? It's Medera. First name Catherine. One moment. Your head drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and is provided as is without warranty. Your head drive, like hard drive, which gives more weight earlier to the memories that we're trying to store later on for our kids to do and take part in. Good Lord. Hi, John Rock the John. I feel like I've seen a few different movies that have had this same ideology of being able to store memories for others to look at later on, right? Things like Blade Runner, things like... I don't think Elysium did this. There's also that movie with Hugh Jackman that kind of feels like Severance, but isn't quite Severance. It was okay. It was one of those rental blockbuster one and done movies, except it came out 4 years ago, 5 years ago. The idea of being able to take human memories and store them and sync them later on to watch and enjoy. Actually, remember me. Remember Me. The game by Don't Nod. The same folks who gave us Life is Strange, a Vampire, upcoming pretty soon, the Double Exposure, not Double Exposure, but the other one, Life is Colorful, whatever it's called. And most recently, Jusant. Netflix had a great show with like sleeves that they canceled. Cancel Netflix. Altered Carbon, maybe? I don't know if it was called Altered Carbon. I thought it was like a one-word title, multi-syllabic. How are you, John? So the idea that if there is a head drive, which is a hard drive for your brain and your memories, has a tier that has adware is disgusting. I can imagine either having a hard drive in my head that stored memories, or a hard drive at a location that I sync my memories up to that came with ads. Because that sounds conceptually and morally reprehensible. But given what's taking place right now in 2025, it doesn't seem incredibly unlikely either. Massive headache, but things gotta be done. Oh no. Do you have any medication? Does medication help for you? It was altered carbon. I have not seen it. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. I don't like it here. Also, I can tell it's some kind of like Neo New Orleans, because I don't think New Orleans has buildings this tall. Then again, I only drove through one part of it, and it did not look like this. It was cool though. Guess we'll go to Perdido Street. Nothing else in here to click, right? Hanging out. Nothing new, okay. Checking my volume really quickly, sorry. I left it in my work locker. I'm leaving in like 2 hours, so I'll get it then. Oh, you're leaving work in 2 hours? I'll be here the entire time then. We ride together. The billboard here is when these riders really won me over. The uncanny smile of personal injury lawyer Martin Smart hangs above Interstate 10. His eternally coiffed hair clings desperately to his head. His hallmark blood-red tie catches the eyes of drivers speeding east. Just a click away, the sign reads. Martin Smart? Is that supposed to emulate someone? This is such a specific Louisiana reference to a real personal injury attorney named Morris Bart. Ah. So they're really speaking to their people then. You're leaving for work in 2 hours. Ooh. Well, I'll try to give you the best entertainment I can until it's time for work. No promises. I think Norco won a few different rewards too. They were definitely nominated for a few, so due diligence. First, I'm afraid not, friendo. First belongs to Chaboy Chrono. Take it up with him. But I'm happy to see you. I think you're 31st? Because we have a few Tina Knights who came in here too. The Interstate Expressway traces a scar down Claiborne Avenue from east to west. East. The bridge cuts east through the Treme in the 7th Ward, like places whose story should be forgotten and left behind in haste. Or Treme, I guess. This is the accent is there. Accent aigu? Treme. The pillars still tell those stories beneath the interstate. Boy, that... Yeah, that's good imagery. East above the Industrial Canal, the moldering strip malls, the narrowed expanse of the lake, the shrimp boats that prowl the black marble waves. East through Mississippi in the winter, weeknight darkness, and onward to Florida where it terminates. That's some good imagery. Happy birthday? West. West is the suburbs that Catherine calls home. West is the concrete expanse that breaks clean and sharp the St. Charles Parish line and gives way to the cypress swamps. A Tupelo crowned spire above the overpass, silhouetted by an unnatural glow that leads to Norco. No, it's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. We're not doing this, right? Oh! Hee look at this. Can I save my game? Hell yeah. Cool. Oh my god, I think when I played last time I actually saved my game. That's why I have an auto save slot. Oof. You said it was his 31st? Alright, brother. Listen. The Interstate Expressway traces this. Oh, I already read that. See, I got distracted by your mouth. Like I'm Bush. Good reference. Thank you. There's the clinic. There's the overpass. Are we gonna drive across? Or are we walking across the overpass? I should have said Gavin Rossdale instead of Bush. Whatever. A puppet theater? No way. An onlooker. Puppet theater. City Hall. The French Quarter. Charity Hospital. A newly refinished Art Deco structure glows beyond the overpass. They turned Charity Hospital into art lofts. Disgusting. Oh god, they turned a hospital into art lofts? She ain't happy about it. Onlooker. Showgoer. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. You been to any of these yet? No, what is it? A puppet show. They always start late. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. My stomach's going to eat itself. I'm sorry, brother. I'll watch the show. I'm about it. Do y'all want to watch a puppet show? I don't know if it'll be good, but this dude's been waiting for a while, so... A makeshift puppet theater. The curtains are closed. Maybe I'll come by later to see what this is about. I have bad news, everyone. Mostly Tuafo. It appears we'll have to come back later to see the aforementioned puppet show. I'm down to give all artists a chance. Not me. I'm down to give 3 artists a chance, and that's it. Tofu, obviously. Skyhook, obviously. Pots. And I want to go to Perdita Street's where I came from. City Hall. Puppet show, you say?
Can you hear this? Boo!
Yeah, please wrap it up.
Yay! I loved it. Encore. There's City Hall. Someone walking past. I can go inside City Hall? Wowie wow wow. A skater? Oh my god. Man holding a skateboard scrolls on his phone. I want to talk to you. Beautiful night, huh? It's lovely. There's finally a cool front. Been waiting months for it. I come out here most evenings. No one bothers you around this time, plus you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? How so? People pass through this building at night you'd never expect. You know, the, what do they call themselves? The Gregs, Garys? I can't remember their name. No idea. The kids that squat at the Promenade Mall, they're obsessed with with Kenner John. Nope. It probably wouldn't mean much to you, but anyhow, I see them come in and out of City Hall almost every night. I know it's them because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear these goofy red polo shirts. Then once you're a full Greg, Gary, whatever, you get to wear the blue polo shirt. It sounds like a joke, and it is. But I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I see around here at night. Why do they come? What would they be doing here? I wish I had a clue. So a bunch of Gregs and Garys come here late at nighttime to wear a red polo until they're fully indoctrinated and then they get a blue polo shirt? Figure sits at a desk overlooking Duncan Plaza on the deepening winter night. He watches the fingers of a cool front animate the tops of oak trees in the park. He watches the last remnants of commuter traffic leaving Canal Street. The pulsing taillights, the shift workers running towards the bus. Ooh, I'm really enjoying this. Like, that's just so fun to read. This is good stuff. Let's go to City Hall. An armed security guard greets Captain as she enters the building. He sits on a wooden stool next to a walk-through metal detector. Good evening. Badge, please. Damn, I left it at the house. There are no council meetings scheduled for this evening. You'll need an employee ID badge to enter. I hear strange people come through here at night. Guy out front mentions squatters in polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer questions. Okay, good talk. Let's go to the French Quarter. Oh, là c'est le bon temps roulé. Is that MF and Santa Claus? Oh, Salvation Army, maybe. This place is bussin'. There's the Curious Duck. That's her destination. That's where we gotta go. Shout out to the Curious Duck. Hey, by the way, tag yourself. I am this person right here. I'm inside of some side shop right there. And throughout the hustle and bustle, I like people watching. So I'm right here peering out the window. Looking to see what's happening on the streets because whatever's happening on the inside, it's not quite as interesting to me. So I'm looking outside to see what's happening here. You're the duck? Babo Wabo, that's you? It's a good thing Asan Kia is not here. You look good. I like your bill. Good choice. Twafo says, I'm up on the balcony on the right going, psh. I'm just taking it in and getting by. Which one are you? The one on the left or the one on the right? Are you in the foreground taking it in or in the background taking it in going? You're both. You're a two-headed ogre. Oh, you're Idol from Killer Instinct. That's so cool. I think the coolest part about you is that if you stomp repeatedly, you get your health back. So that's kind of an added benefit of being a two-headed ogre. I love that for you. Judging by the hustle and bustle of the night, you might want to start stomping. They are never going to put me in another game? Got bad news for you, brother. Tour guide. And that is why Marie Laveau opened a t-shirt and camera shop on Royale Street. Jazz Fest dad. That's not scary at all. Round glasses. I paid for a ghost tour. If we're just going to walk around looking at t-shirt shops, I want my damn money back. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically, I'm not one, but excuse me, my roommate is. Then where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an all right time. This city was supposed to be enchanting. Anyone trying to score some Molly? I hate New Orleans. I can't believe they got him with the Atlanta trick. I don't know how many of you watch Atlanta, but remember when Ern tried to take Van out for Night on the Town? And he wouldn't pay for VIP parking or for valet parking. So he drove to some side street and was like, will our vehicle be safe here? Oh, yes, sir. Real safe. What kind of valet parking is this? Oh, no valet, ma'am. Well, this right here is the Kroger vest picked up off the ground. Is that your light stick? Well, this is a lightsaber. Luke Skywalker. Like, that's the vibe I get from this. Like, I'm not a tour guide. I'm just here. My roommate's the tour guide. I guess Molly. Hots had a two-headed ogre. I fought that ogre, actually. I hope that wasn't Twafo. The man masquerading as a tour guide continues to lose control of the crowd. This city is just one big scam. Good stuff. Got a vendor, some oogles. So does Dota 2? I think I fought that one as well. Let's talk to the vendor. A hot dog vendor sits behind a large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine approaches. My man Hot Dong Tom from Shenmue. Hot Dang Tom. Oh, hey, hi, Rio. He watches Catherine with a silent grin. So is this... I'm Flannelass, and these... He makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat. Hold on. That is a dynamite MMO name. Vague Meat is a great name for a Hrothgar, or a Galka, or a Tauren, or I don't know, whatever that space game WoW clone game was, but I don't know their races at all, so we'll skip it. I'm a hot dogs. Would you like one? I don't know if my stomach can handle it. I'm not in the best of health. I worry that one of these may kill me. No, they're good for you. They're just a bit old. Boss says he wants to supply me with more until I sell the ones I have, but the more time passes, the harder they are to sell. How old are they? Business was popping, like I was doing really well. Sell a lot of hot dogs back in the year 2D. Year X 2D? That's like nearly a decade ago. Yes. Enthusiastic nodding. Anything else I can help you with? Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want 9-year-old hot dogs. If you would like a 9-year-old hot dog from the hot dog vendor, type in 9. I mean, listen. I think I consider it because it depends on what condiments you put on it. I think you can get by on a 9-year-old hot dog if you slather it in relish. Chicago relish, mind you. Although I know the merits of a Chicago dog are lost on most of you. But Chicago relish, maybe some peppers, some chili, some coleslaw. Maybe then I would consider eating an almost decade-old hot dog. Unless it's the hard bread, like stale bread. Unless it's cooked hard bread. Like not quite Texas toast, but like it's getting close to it. Like that kind of bread. No thank you, even fresh hot dogs are just okay. I forget who it was, but someone in here showed me a video of how hot dogs are formed. Not how they're made, but how they're formed. And they thought it would dissuade me from eating more hot dogs. And joke's on them. Because guess what I had later that week? We have a Portillo's that just opened here. Their dog is quite tasty. Agreed. Portillo's Feast. Picture Twafo the way that ice cream is distributed onto a cone. I asked him for the anniversary edition and slide him $60. Go in there, if you do that, you might not get a hot dog, you might get Skyrim. And Lord knows you don't need another copy of that, so be careful. But yeah, I agree, Portillo's good stuff. So you change your mind? Getting hungry? Craving a dog? We'll leave. I'm not craving a dog, but thank you. Oogles. Beard. How's your night, ma'am? Not great. Sorry to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? You know what? Yeah, I do. Here you go. Sure. All I got is $1. Really appreciate that. Change has been hard to come by this evening. Didn't know we'd be going head to head with Sketchy Santa. His sign said he's raising money for veterans. Last night it was leukemia. Night before that it was something else. I respect the grift, but he stole our corner. I respect the grift is wild. Tell him something. You should confront him. That's none of our business. We did. He tried to kill us. Yeah. Grifter Claus tried to kill you when you confronted him about taking your corner. Which, by the way, is the other Santa Claus movie that we don't watch. You know, there's the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. There's Fred Claus with Vince Vaughn. This is Grifter Claus. Who would play Grifter Claus? Because Tim Allen's Santa Claus. Vince Vaughn is Fred Claus. Paul Giamatti is Fred Claus's brother. Actual Kris Kringle. So Grifter Claus would be played by Dennis Leary. I feel like would make a great Grifter Claus. Nothing will dissuade me from hot dogs, especially when the $1.50 Costco hot dog and soda combo exists. What is with people in the Costco hot dog? There's a segment of people, Amory, and you're one of them now, that cannot stop computing the value of 1, the Costco hot dog, and 2, the Wawa anything. The $1.50 hot dog is cool. That CEO threatening to murder a dude if he raised the price rules. Wait, what? I feel like that Ghostbusters guy could be a good Grifter Claus. Ghostbusters guy? Like from Ghostbusters 2? The goo guy? The pink goo guy? Oh, Bill Murray. Yeah. We were given a gift membership to Costco for Christmas, so we're enjoying the spoils of that. Honestly, the next time you go there and get a hot dog, take a picture and put it in the Discord. They sell the hot dog and soda at a loss just out of stubbornness. Love it. Billy Bob Thornton could do a Grifter Claus. He could. I would trust him to do that and do it well, unfortunately. Twaffle, why do you keep doing this? I swear, every time. Someone gift this man a sub. Someone out there who's rich and lurking, if you're anonymous, you gotta anonymously give Twaffle a sub because he does too much for this to happen. The founder of Costco told a CEO who wanted to raise the prices on Costco's hot dogs, "If you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out." Long may he reign. Today was Costco run. I'll see you again in 3 weeks. He tried to kill you with a knife? Wow. It was dull, so it it was dull, so it just bruised a little. I gotta screenshot this. Well, that's... understandable. He probably thought you were trying to jump him or something. Surely it was self-defense. You think I deserve to be stabbed with a dull knife by a crazed Santa Claus? That's not what I meant. I just... Get out of here, lady. Thanks again, lady. I've been too broke to go to Costco lately. Felt. Well, ho, ho, ho. Santa's eye roll wildly in their deep sockets. His mouth twists into a smile. I don't like the sound that plays when Santa speaks. How are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Help spread some Christmas cheer? I gave my last dollar away. I just let go of my last dollar. What? That dollar was for me. How about $1 for some Christmas cheer? This Santa sucks. Bro said that dollar was for me. We need to leave the streets and go indoors to the Curious Duck. This ain't it. There's a small plaque next to the door. It says Curious Duck. This is the place. Door is locked. Oh, okay. F me, right? There's something on the quack job. Maybe I can ask the vendor. Is he changing mind? Getting hungry? Craving a dog? The Curious Duck's door is locked. What's with this shop over there? I was told to come by, but the door's locked. Oh, the Curious Duck? Rosie doesn't let anyone in unless they know the secret knock. What's the secret knock? I can't say. Sorry. It's urgent. Please? Well, I do need some business. All right, I'll buy one of those old hot dogs. You won't regret it. Doubtful. How much? Just $14. $14 for a 9.5-year-old hot dog? Are you serious? Am I a joke to you? Is what a joke? Christ, do you take wallet transfers? Cash only. Damn, well, what if I send some business your way? Then I'll show you the knock. Fine, it's a deal. I don't want to grip someone into eating like an almost decade-old hot dog. Are you kidding me? Do they got any of those egg rolls that spin on the bars? I'm afraid this is not a 7-Eleven, brother. Told you this dude is selling drugs. Not like me for real. About oogles, y'all know the knock? So listen, that dollar I gave you, why don't you put it towards one of those delicious hot dogs the nice gentleman is selling? You talking about this guy right here? Hi! Hi! Man, no chance in hell I'm eating one of those things. No way, lady. Something tells me Santa's not gonna go over there either, but I'll try it. Ooh, the crowd will go. Because they're tourists and they don't know any better. I'm still gonna try to guilt trip Santa into it. Oh, Santa ain't having it. Oh, I can't get the crowd over there to go over there and do it? That's tough. Oh, there's a crowd here now. Oh, not this dude. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. My stomach's gonna eat itself. Hey man, do you consider yourself an adventurous eater? If you like to live dangerously, there's a guy selling old hot dogs up the street. Sounds like a delicacy. Always looking for ways to fortify my intestines. The show's getting started. I'll go grab one after it's done. I don't feel good about this. Yeah, Twapo. I mean, the thing is, he does volunteer that he's looking to be more adventurous, so maybe we're not doing anything wrong. Maybe we're helping the cause. I don't know. It's tough to argue against this. The show is getting started. I should take a seat. I'm gonna watch this puppet show. Believe that. Oh my God. Deep in this cypress hollow I hide. I mourn this evening. My last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees with chicken thighs. They shoot bullets in our heads behind our eyes. It is a curse that I am the last to survive. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along the sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me with blankets when I went to sleep. I left on the night of a monstrous flood. The fool has not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls out a ridiculous name that was never mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes at him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp catching man who killed my children. Remove his head. Bring me his skull. Do this, and you may again leash me like a dog. What the video games? In my video game? No shot. It's like playing Sunless Sea. Hello, fisher fool. You've trolled this bayou for many nights. Here I am, the one you're trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me the head of the shrimp-catching man. The one who captures the small ones, peel the flesh from his skull. Do this, and I'll be your dog again. You know what? Honestly, a fair request. Let's do it. I can't believe this is a game I can play in the game that I'm playing. This does remind me so much of Sunless Sea, though. Which is a really good game, too. I don't think it's a very good stream game. Solitary egret stands in the rush, undisturbed by the boat's wake. I won't bother that poor bird. That poor baby. Sorry, sorry, sorry. There's no way I hit something. That hurt box is not great. I wonder what we're gonna do when we find this man. We trick him? I hope so. A hand-painted cross and votive candles hide in the rushes along the bank. A bone-white oak tree towers above the display with a plaque nailed to its trunk. It reads, "Monster that took you, promise I'll find. Your daddy, he love you. Rest easy, child. A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled at the foot of the cross. Sift through objects. A journal too waterlogged to read, a set of playing cards, small figurine, a cell phone case. You slide the case into your pocket. Achievement unlocked, find the alligator phone case. I got the gator case? I got things on the car, things on the sea, the game belong to me. I may not have gator boots, but I guess like a gator cell phone case will have to do. I'm kind of scared to equip it though, because that gator might think it was me and find me in the real world. I'm not too concerned though, because I am the dude who beat Lawrence the First Vicar, so like once you take on that dude, you can take on anyone. 3 crows watch from the power line that runs along the bank. I love crows. I hope they're having a fantastic day. Dang, you beat Lawrence? Yeah, I don't want to brag, Twafo. It was like my 83rd try. Just big boy stuff, you know what it is. I heard nobody could do that. The trick, Twafo, just between you and I, is to just reach the second phase. That's all you gotta do. The first phase, not great. But if you can reach phase 2, anything is possible. Been a long time since seen anybody down this bayou. They're all too frightened anymore. Biggest alligator ever to hunt this lake. She makes her dinge across that way. She took my child from me. Buried him when I found him, near where she stay. I visit that site daily hoping I might catch her, but she know better than to show her face. Were one to cut out that big skull of hers, that'd be something worth bragging on. It'd be a roadside marvel. It'd be money to make. I see that rifle you holding. What do you say? I want to look over there really quickly before I make my deal. Because there might be some details about this person over there where that sight line is. So that guy mourned the loss of his child, which that gator ate. But that gator also had their children killed. An alligator hangs dead from a meat hook fastened to the limb of a cypress tree. Well, I don't think that alligators in these parts are pests or invasive. So this is unlawful killing and termination of a species. I believe that deserves capital punishment and vigilante justice. So refuse. Suit yourself. Carry on, stranger. I wonder if I can go back and tell her where he is. And then have them both just kind of like 1v1 each other, you know what I mean? I don't have to do anybody's dirty work. I just simply go over there and say, hey, I know where he is. He knows where you are. If you two just want to settle this animal a mano, then like opportunity knocks. I guess not. All right, let's do this. Kill the shrimper. Wow. I did not expect that graphic, but okay. What's to stop this alligator from eating this person too? Perhaps there is no justice in this world. You did my bidding, Fisher fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience drained. You'll not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Call that one, huh? Haunted Bayou Ghost Tour, Fisherman's Blight. I relished the horror that struck the fisher fool's eyes. I first took one limb, but I left him alive. Made him crawl like a dog before he died. Ah. You know, real talk, I think I would go to see this puppet show. I've never gone to an honest-to-goodness puppet show. Bravo, encore. Show's over, the crowd hasn't left. Maybe they're open for an encore. I do. We clap for that. That was a great show. We snap for that. Is there a moral to this story? Bite the hand that mistreats you? Right? You can't turn a gator into a house cat? Stay out of the bayou? Mind your own business? Or just probably don't go to gator shows. Gator puppet shows. Actually, the moral of the story is never eat a hot dog that's 9.5 years old, but make someone else eat a hot dog that's 9.5 years old, but never film it for content. That's for your amusement and only yours. Great takeaway. Thank you, Twafo. Way to clap along. The crowd is discussing the show. Oh, we gotta find out what's happening with the hot dog, dude. Oh no, there he is! He has a hot dog in his hand. Oh no. Guy from the puppet show. Guess he followed my food recommendation. Oh, man. Hey, this is pretty tasty. Thanks for the rec. I might get another one. Just wait for it, pal. Hope you know where to find a bathroom around here. Santa, mind your business. Hi, hey. Thanks for sending some business my way. No problem, but we had a deal. Deal? You're supposed to show me the knock? Oh, well, sorry. Rosie would be upset. Are you kidding? I sent you business. Show me the knock. That was the deal. Well, okay. But I'll only show you once. So here, listen. All right. This is a gaming test. I've got to strap in and lock in. No distractions. Okay. Clear my mind. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about that. Don't think about her. The first time in 3 years that I haven't. Lock in. Gamer time. Wowie, wow, wow. You tried it. Wowie, wow, wow. You tried it, anonymous gifter. You tried to break my concentration. With a gifted sub of 5. Wow. With amazing timing, might I add. But foolish gifter. All you did was give Dragon Core a 3-month anniversary sub. and Pyrexis, a 3-month anniversary sub. And a one-time sub for Day 9 TV. Shout out to Sean.
Wowie, wow, wow.
And Calliope is now a member of the classroom. And Danotaj back for 6 months, whether he likes it or not. You know, if you really want to distract me, you could have anonymously gifted Twafo a sub. Joke's on you. But thank you for gifting 5 subs to the classroom here on OK Per View on this episode of Selective Memory Card. Did you get it? Yes, it's 4 knocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 knocks. That was the secret knock.
Wowie, wow, wow.
Very secret. That's how everyone knocks. Exactly. Who would suspect it? This. Oh, I can't believe you distracted me by gifting Twafo a sub. Now I have no idea what the knock combination was. You truly got me. You got me. Outstanding work. And here I thought I was tricking you into gifting a sub. And here I am eating your 9.5-year-old hot dog. Don't clip that because, like, this is out of context. You had to have been watching the stream for the past half hour because now it makes sense if you do that. But if you're just watching this by itself, that doesn't make sense. And I feel like a lot of my jokes here on the stream are context-based. Thank you. I guess we'll knock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Catherine knocks on the door and hears a subtle sound of its unlocking. Okay, it worked. W. I like the little feet marks to go inside. I'm gonna screenshot this too because I like the way that it looks. Oh my god, a cat. Sorry for yelling. It's just, I really like cats. So when I see a kitty cat, especially a big, orange, fluffy, rotund baby like this in the game, I can't help but get excited because I want to pet it. I want to pick up the bread loaf cat. My favorite thing to do, actually, and maybe you all share this emotion, is I love picking up bread loaf cat and maintaining the bread loaf shape as I hold it and pick it up. There's no better feeling in the world than picking up a bread loaf cat and keeping the bread loaf shape. You can't go underneath because if you go underneath, you might touch the paws and they disturb their setting, the pre-made shape they have, or the toe beans might trick them into untucking and unforming the bread loaf. But picking up bread loaf cat and maintaining the bread loafiness that is there, that is peak. Yes, dude, trying to keep them as they are, like do not disturb the loaf. Yeah, picking up loaf cat. You know how, like, if you ever watch sports, where there's esports or like sports, people can judge things like their mental acuity, their dexterity, their agility, complex tasking, and then they mention the intangibles. And sometimes folks are wondering, like, what are our intangibles? You know what an intangible is? The ability to pick up a bread loaf cat and maintain the bread loaf shape. That's not speed. That's not agility. That's not high jump. That's not dexterity. That's not how you jungle. That's not your FPS reaction. That is an intangible. It's uncoachable. It's just either you have it or you don't. I have it. I have it. How many of you have it? Volition fail. Okay, we're doing Disco Elysium. I love it. Volition failure. You try to scrub her face from your mind, but it is futile. Her scent, the shape of her cheek, the sound of her voice creep in like an unidentifiable mildew. Oh man. You would be right, but guess what? She's not online right now, so joke's on you. God, I love anything Disco Elysium based. I put all my points into the loaf hoisting, which some say is a mistake. Yeah, like right now, Tasty Shrimp Platter is playing Path of Exile 2. I was discussing Skyrim earlier, you know, things like that. Pillars of Eternity. And some say a good build is this, a good build is that. You know what a good build is? Loaf hoisting. I don't need charisma checks. I don't need medical. I just need that. Yeah. Culinary, same here. That's why, just between you and I, and anyone who checks the link, Disco Elysium is part of my 24 game list of games that I'm looking to finish for OK per views Selective Memory Card. Because of the fact that it has voice acting now. Let me tell you what, there are some games that as a streamer, you know this because you stream, they're just exhausting. Despite how good they are. Shadowrun, good game to play. Exhausting. There is so much dialogue in a Dragon Run game. It takes forever to stream because you've got to read everything. Disco Elysium took forever. You know why? Because I had to read everything. I'm sure Fallout 1 and 2 are the same way. And you can't just, like, sometimes you can just not read. Like, I have some streamer friends who just won't read, they'll just play the game. But I think about someone like a John Rock John who might be at work just listening, not quite yet. I think of someone like a Reem or a Chrono who are laying in bed, maybe they're reading, or I don't know, mixing different diffusers together to try to figure out what smells like gonganberry, right? And so I know it's my duty as a content creator to read that dialogue for those who cannot be arsed to tab back in or look that far away. That's my curse. Kill, switch, engage. So I'm gonna save my game because I gotta pet this cat. And I don't know what petting this cat will result in, but I'm gonna pet that cat. Believe that. I'm gonna pet this cat. Oh my god, this cat's name is Crouton. Pets with food names like Crouton. Shaped like a bread loaf. I die. It's different, right? Because in Dragon Ball, everyone's named after food. Gohan, Japanese for rice. Vegeta, Broly, they're all food names, but I don't think Broly's cute. I don't think Gohan's cute. I don't think Frieza or Cooler are cute. Crouton, cute. Hella cute. And Crouton is an all-time S-tier cat name. However, it begs the question, and this is a pineapple. What is the name of the cat that was in the shop in this game a chapter ago? The one that blasted off through the ceiling. What was that cat's name? That's what I said, Culinary. I said Gohan is rice. Broccoli beef, broccoli for short, is number one on my short list for cat names. Should I ever get another? Broccoli beef is a long cat name. I thought it was Crouton. Sorry for yelling. So Crouton's back? I missed it. It's okay. I missed you. Okay, Crouton. Look! This cat looks familiar. It's my Nintendo Crouton. What's up, baby? Unopened merchandise boxes are pushed to every corner of the room. Sounds like my room. Is that a dragon egg? Crystal ball. Don't touch. Whoa! The ball. Suppose you think you can come in here with your soft little hands and touch on my magic ball. Don't work like that, love. Now I gotta clean off the smudges. I see you've been eating French fries, greasy hands. Whoa, wide zoom, nasty. Not the zoom in nasty, that's a streamer trick. You want to emphasize your point so you have the camera zoom in. You must be one of them super duck people, always coming around here looking down at their cell phones. Greasy hands, terrible. The app said I should come here. The app. Yes, ma'am. Something not right about you. You a drug head. I'm sorry, is this the right place? It is. Just calm down, love. You made it. Dallas will tell you what's what. Go talk to Dallas. I called him when I heard you trying to break into the place, hell of a racket you were making. Jiggling on the handle like you couldn't get a hold of it. Now I see why. Dallas will be right out front. I ain't got no time to be babysitting you. Now they gotta clean up all this. Stains all over my ball. Even check your shoes before you came in? They're dirty. My shoes are covered in dog shit. Oh my god, is that true? I'm screenshotting this. Go, bitch. Get out of my shop, little pawhead. And one last thing. That gemstone you got hanging from your neck, that thing ain't real. I know. Trashy. I love Rosie. I love Rosie so much. Rosie's the best character I've ever seen in my entire life.
What's with you? Shut up! Beat it!
Honestly, yeah. Kind of the same energy, and I'm not opposed to it. You walking into my shop after jiggling the handle, harassing people outside, having people come around eating nasty hot dogs, and you drag your shit cake shoes into my store? With your greasy french fry hands touching my crystal ball? Lucky she's not folded on sight. Honestly, I get it. Although, I do have apprehensions about meeting someone named Dallas. Because when I think of Dallas, I think of one person. Not Jerry Jones, thank God. Dallas Corbin. Although he may have a multi-pass. So I guess there's like pros and cons to that, you know what I mean? I do want to touch more stuff though. Even though she told me not to. Mass-produced novelty voodoo dolls and tribal figurines clutter the display case. Okay, I didn't touch them. Nice. Novelties New Orleans themed t-shirts line the back wall. An overpriced selection of travel guides, cookbooks, and haunted histories of New Orleans fills the shelf. An odd jumble of Mardi Gras beads and other trinkets spills from the table. Yeah, this is definitely a front. Ain't no way you just have some kind of souvenir shop hanging out here. This is a front, and honestly, I like it. What do you think, Crouton? I can't interact with Crouton. This is the worst day of my life. Plastic simulacra of ceremonial masks hang on the wall. I dig this. Let's leave. I'm guessing you're Dallas? Yeah, you looking quite Dallas. I'm guessing you're Catherine. That's right. Rosie debriefed you? Was that a debriefing? I don't know if that's what I call it, but sure. She can be kinda... Never mind. Quack Job should have a ticket with the information we need. No reason to stand around. What's Super Duck? What exactly is Super Duck? It's a way of making money. Right, but... It's an intelligence of some kind. I don't know its purpose. Don't know why it exists. None of that. There are nodes all over the region, points where you can speak with Super Duck directly. These are all the things Rosie should have told you. Not surprised she didn't. Tell me about Rosie. What's Rosie got to do with any of this? There are a dozen or so rendezvous points in addition to the nodes. Rosie's shop is one of them. But making some good money off in her place in the network, probably the only reason she keeps it going. Doubt she's sold merchandise in years. Locks the doors to discourage customers. Guess you could call it a front. Which is interesting because I feel like someone just did that. How long have you been on Quack Job long? How long have you been using this app? Been doing this since before there was an app. But Super says use an app, I'll use the app. Makes no difference to me. Let's go. I'm ready. Me too. Check the app and let's get moving. I earned some Quack bucks. $54? It is an exchange rate. Wowie wow wow. My Quack bucks runneth over. I can order a ride now? Beep beep beep. Next is receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City. Bet. That reminds me, actually. Oh, Gator phone case. You know what it is. Sorry, New Orleans Saints. It's just not for me. I'm not a Saints person. So. Just going back and rereading things really quickly. Okay. Okay, I'm back to where I need to be, I think. Okay. Order ride? Neat. $16.94 to go to Eagle Wholesale? I just walk there instead. Oh, I have more money now. I love how I let go of my last dollar. It's totally a lie right now. But they ain't got to know that, so it's like, whatever. They still waiting. Has City Hall changed? Skater's still there? Alright. Let's do the dang thing then. Any day you end up in this building is a bad day. Why? What makes you say that? I was coming to City Hall every week for a while after the flood this past summer. Pumping stations went down during a heavy rain, ended up getting 2 foot of water in my car. The city said they paid for the damage, but I never got a check in the mail. Talked to a dozen people in this building, nobody could tell me the issue. Finally, I gave up. Cars still don't run. I forgot I could discuss things with people as I go to locations. This is gonna be a long night, brother, you're telling me. I hate coming downtown for anything. Something always happens that makes me regret it. Felt. That unmarked building over there, I hear a lot of bad things about it. I had a friend a while back go to a clinic in there to get his head scanned. Said they sent him home with the wrong drive. He powered it on, and the voice in the other end started yelling and screaming at him. Said it wanted to kill him. Yeah, we've been there. Let's go inside. See what you think. Check your phone. Quack ought to have the information we need. He does not want to have a conversation about this place at all. My bad. We out. Don't worry. We out. Honk honk. Wait, does it cost more now? 1732? We're further away. Oh my god, that's actually elite. How can I maximize my money? 1732 inside of there. 1667 right there. We are gonna budget. We're gonna budget right now. 1694. I'm guessing the most expensive is gonna be the French Quarter. $17. Yeah, I'm not paying all that. But the curious stock. Probably 1714. 1651. I think that's the cheapest. What if it's random? Why do I care this much? Oh my god, I think it is random. This was 1651, so let's see if it truly is random. It's random. There is no best value based on location. It's just whatever you get when you check. That's tough. I've heard there was a game that I played that did this exact same thing. It's driving me wild. There's a game I played that changed the value specifically down to the decimal point of something just like this. You had to go in there, look for the value, escape out. Go in there, look for the value, escape out. And you would keep doing it until you got a value that was really, really good. And that was the best way to manage the way you did something in the game. Oh man, it's gonna drive me bonkers. What was that game? A game where you go inside, check the value, escape, and it's random. You can get it down to a lower amount. What was it? It feels like something Grand Theft Auto-ish. Something like that. I'm sorry, I'm thinking right now because this is driving me bonkers. I keep getting images of Marvel Ultimate Alliance in my head, but I know I don't think it's that. It's not that. Because Marvel values were set in Ultimate Alliance, I'm pretty sure. With something that feels and looks superhero-ish in the back of my head. In terms of going in, looking for a value, going out. Wait, hold on. I almost got it. Oh, God, I almost got it. Hold on. Oh my god, I figured it out. That took everything that I had. I'm so happy that no one raided me. Or wanted to raid me. Because I'm sure that my preview image showed me with just my head in my hands, looking utterly destroyed and depressed. What's wrong? Exactly, Husky, just like that. So, in this game, right? Hello, by the way, Husky. In this game, every time you want to use the rideshare app, you go in here, you click the order ride, and it gives you a value for how much it costs to go somewhere. 17.18, right? But it's not based on where you are now, it's just RNG. So every time you check your phone, you're presented with a different value. 1651. And so I was trying to think of what game had this exact same sequence or situation where you would go in, check the value of something, leave, come back, look for the same thing but at a lower cost depending on when you checked it or how often you checked it. And I couldn't think about what it was, and I just figured out what it was. You know what it was? Unlocking characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Dreamcast. Booyah! Because if you didn't know, you would have to play through arcade mode or training mode over and over and over again, or you could be a scumbag like me and leave it on training mode for like 8 hours and just not blow up your Dreamcast, right? And you'd accumulate points for time spent playing the game. And you would take those points, you would go to the shop, you could buy different characters to unlock, you could buy different costumes, alternate colors, and things like that. And so what happened is you would go in there and try to find like Sabretooth or Bone Claw Wolverine, and they'd be at some ridiculous value. So you would leave and then come back and try to find that same character at a lower value, because the value would refresh every time you go in there. And I was trying to think about what game that was, and now I know, and I'm so happy. I had to really dig down in the deep recesses of my memory bank to find that. And I feel so happy. I was gonna be so devastated if I couldn't figure it out, and I did. And I love that for me. Oh. I'm not even gonna remove this from the VOD. This has to stay in the VOD. If you're watching this, you're part of the experience now. So, cheers to you. Also, this is the lowest value we've had so far, so it only seems appropriate to get it right now. Oh. Honk honk. Hey, Kyosa, I believe your car alarm is going off. You want to check that? A steady beat of traffic lights the sky along the causeway. You don't have a car? I don't know why, but that sounds like a scary movie opening. Hey, Kyosa, I think your car alarm is going off. I don't have a car. From legendary director Wes Craven. Oh! Well, if you didn't stop the car alarm, then who... Right? The biggest node in the network is inside this building. Office. Warehouse. The galvanized steel door to supply the warehouse is half opened. How big the nodes? I think it's kind of rude to ask. The doors are locked. The office is closed. Let's just go inside. Oh my god. Eldritch Horror? Warehouse? I like what I see, and don't be you right now. The game even like even the game identifies this as question marks. Catherine, you made it? Act 2. Refinery eyes, but my dreams, they aren't as empty. Erica said Blake went to Floodgate Tavern yesterday evening. Let's pass on the way home and see what information we can gather. Yum. Oh yeah, the connection. It connected for free. Your mom died. Was conducting research in the lake. Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something, but what? Mom was conducting research for a client in Fat City. Oh, this is where we're going right now. So our mom, Catherine, is who we're playing in the other half. And she just went to Fat City in that warehouse. And that's where we found that thing that David called, and I repeat, yum. Fat City sounds like an alright place to go. I'd rather go to Fat City. That's just because that's my boy. Duck is an old friend of your mom's. Never really met Duck. Blake is our brother. He was headed to Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by Sarpy Paperbacks to see her yesterday evening. Your brother is a lot. Younger, reckless, gets into trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling. Edgelord, sensitive, compassionate, foolish, can't take criticism. Always needs money, sounds like me. Tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse, sounds like me. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Relax. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. Relax. When I think of him, I just feel guilt. No love or anything like it. Your brother. He's oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Gran said, he responded. He looked confused. What'd she say? Your brother. Yeah, it feels very Disco Elysium for sure. You finished 9 Souls, congratulations. You started Citizen Sleeper 2? Oh yeah, man. That's on my 2 playlist later on after I finish this whole thing. The Selective Memory Card. Jaunt I'm currently on. Million was a security android. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away. To find her family? What? No. Million was a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would. Million was security android. Ran away because you don't know. Me. Blue is a vague memory. Don't remember Blue. Only thing he left behind: photographs, cologne, tools, the name your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. At least now we're a little caught up on things, yeah? Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with her research. He says she was conducting research in the lake. Shield is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in Norco. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Reports of construction. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. Your mom saw something in the lake. Our mind map is looking pretty good right now. So now what? Oh, Floodgate Tavern. Yeah. Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey. Sounds about right. Inventory, a key card to access the rooftop of City Hall. That's it? This is a highway. I'm currently riding it. So. Norco, Louisiana. Dimes discount. Home. Floodgate Tavern. Sarpy Books. Floodgate Tavern it is. I want to take a screenshot of this. This place looks... yeah. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shifts. Let's go on in. That's Private Detective Brett LeBlanc sitting at the end of the bar. He's an unpredictable character, but we may benefit from speaking to him. Why are you looking at me like that? What's he sound like? Why are you looking at me like that? I still got chili on my face. Does he? Private Investigator Brett LeBlanc. I don't think he has chili on his face. Also, I'm gonna pee RQ. Almost stabbed 2 beggars, but he used the dull knife, so he just bruised them instead. It's not unlikely. Hey, there's a floor right here. Go Saints. Don't see how anyone can believe the crap the media's been putting out these days. It's all lies meant to divide working people. See for yourself. He gestures to the TV. That why you're making your website, Keith? To set the record straight? You know that's right. You making a website, Keith? Please be like KeithRealNews.com. Alright, Gus, talk to me. Wait, hold on. Wasted guy in the back. Let's talk to him instead. A man lies face down in the bar surrounded by empty bottles. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking, and I've been down. Why are you touching my partner? This is where he come to relax. That's your partner? He ain't looking so good, Mr. Stark. Musical note. That's devious behavior. Okay. Evening, folks. Can I get something started? You know Blake Madere? Yeah, I know Blake. He ain't come around in weeks. Not since he ripped me off. Wish I could say it was the first time. So Blake ripped you off? I let him catch him asleep right here behind the bar last call. And wouldn't you know, the boy walked off with the register. I knew he'd been getting himself all messed up on drugs, while trying to give the kid a chance. Getting some tours around the place. Knowing him now, done with him. Someone said Blake came by here last night. Nah, he'd be a fool to show up here after what he did. Good for now, thanks. See here long enough, you never know who might pass through. Hey Gus, look at this dynamic duo. Not sure I've seen it two around before today. Sure, Gus. That filthy one right there, that's Kate and my dad's holders. Other one's a robot. You pulling my leg, that's Kate? Blue baby? Come on now. I was to turn around with Blue. Good man. Great man. Had some thoughts, him. How come his kids came out and looked like they did? Look how this one's dressed. Looked to me like she headed to the job site. Or the circus. Blue passed before its time. That's why them kids don't dress right. Blue knew how to dress. You're right about that one, Keith. Sad the way kids turned out, but forget all that. You two are lucky to be stumbling in while I'm sitting here. You're in the company of a top-rated professional sleuth, and I happen to have a bit of information. Well, spit it out then. Hey, listen, I do things on my own time, you understand? Whining ain't gonna make this go no quicker. What you mean to say is they ain't got nothing to sit around here and drink? My ass. I'm the hardest working flatfoot you can find me. LeBlanc, please. Time is of the essence. Pull your heels, I'm getting to it. Now I see why Kate kicked you to the curb. That is not correct. Save your battery life, I'm just playing with you. Tell you what, why don't you get me a drink so we can talk? Why does everybody want something? To do something? Let the man rest. We like to relax around here. You've been doing a lot of relaxing lately, brother. What is that up there? It's like a Teletubby. What you need? I need a beer for your boy. Lord help me, another sat buying that lowlife a drink. Well, he's got it. Might need you to buy me a little snack too, seeing as my wallet's all the way out in the car, but this is enough to get us going. So alright, where do I even start? Your mom ever tell you about me? Nah. Nothing? I mean, shit. Must have said something. A hard-nosed detective, charming and mysterious? Get up, Brett. Alright. I'm sure I came up. Problem is, you got a piss poor memory. Us investigators, we keep our memories sharp. So while you don't know me, I know a lot about you. I grew up in this town, you understand? My cousin Susie's ex-husband knew your daddy when he was still at the plant. And Catherine, she was a few grades above me at Sacred Heart. I knew her since I was a boy. Everyone around here knew Catherine. She was always getting herself into trouble, always drawing attention to herself. People said she was kin of Jesus. Old man lived behind Lupe's would say that. You talking about Paw Paw? Yeah, Paw Paw. Been years since I thought about him. Lot you could say about Paw Paw. He whispered some bullshit and get everyone repeating it. Wasn't all bullshit. Saying a coon ass like me a child of Christ. You know that's bullshit. We all Christ's children. Not like that, Gus. You know what I mean, like literally. Wait, what? This was years ago, long before Blue died. Papa told the priest a family of Cajuns came from Jesus. Said Catherine had, how you say it, like Jesus blood. Got it from her daddy's daddy and so on all the way back into the old world. Like in that movie, one with the volleyball? That ain't the right movie, Gus. That's the one with the priests and stuff. Hell, I don't know. I don't watch movies. Figure some of that's likely to be true. You believe any old shit, Keith. No disrespect. Catherine never noticed. She was off on her own planet, wild as she was. Papa never wanted to be seen. He was watching Catherine, but she wasn't watching him. Blue wouldn't let no man like that near her anyhow. You got a point there, Keith. You'd be foolish to get in Catherine's way. Where she went, trouble followed, but I admired her and she admired me. Well, who wouldn't? Anyone who know him. Oh, piss on you. Or sees him. You always been jealous of my looks. Or smells him. Now I know you full of it. I sprayed this whole suit down in cologne just this morning. Don't mind Gus, I always been the handsome one and he just gets jealous. Made me forget what I wanted to tell you. Oh, that's right, your house is out there near the fence line. Well, that's right behind my place of business. I got a window that looks out on the yard more or less. This is a pretty long story, and like I was saying, ain't got my wallet with me. And you want us to buy you another drink? That's a real generous offer, Robot. Thank you for that. Unbelievable. So this dude just gave me a 5-minute story about nothing for the price of one beer. It was about something, but it was about nothing. I want to know pivotal information about Blake, our brother, his whereabouts, or about our mother, Catherine. But all he said is that he knew Catherine, and that everybody knew Catherine, and that trouble followed her everywhere she went, and that Pawpaw says that Catherine got Jesus blood in her, like actual Jesus, or that he got Jesus blood. That Cajun blood got Jesus blood, descended down from the older people. All that for a drink. And none of that helps me right now in my current situation. Disgusting. Bloodline. An old man in Norco named Paw had delusions about your mom. He believed her to be a descendant of Jesus Christ by way of her Cajun ancestry. Your brother never ended up at Floodgate Tavern. Erica said Blake was headed to Floodgate Tavern last night. Gus, the bartender, said Blake never showed up. Because the last time that he was there, he robbed the register. Or I guess burgled the register. Even though he had odd jobs waiting for him. Chores, but classic bar interaction, expensive classic bar interaction. Pickis. I guess we're buying this dude another drink. What it gonna be this time, folks? LeBlanc wants another. Word of warning, he'll bleed you dry. Let's get more details of nothing. This the cheap stuff. I ain't complaining or nothing, just making an observation. Tastes like dog piss. This real important information I'm trying to share here, valuable, you might say. And you buy me the cheapest beer in the house? A little rude maybe, but that's okay, that ain't no problem. So listen here, this is what I want to tell you. My office window looks out on your mama's yard. I'm always keeping an eye on the street. This was a little ways back right after Catherine passed. I was looking out there on the street like I do, and I seen these SHIELD security types leaving the house. They was carrying a box. You saw SHIELD security leaving Catherine's house with the box. That's what I'm saying, Robot. They was walking out the front door with a box, casual as can be. And what the hell are you? Ain't you some kind of security robot yourself? What would SHIELD be looking for? Hell if I know. Laura St. Clair, the regional CEO they got over there, she always took a bit of interest in your mama. I hear she's a loose cannon. What makes her a loose cannon? That's just what they say. You talking about Laura? Piece of work, that woman. Surprised she hasn't run the whole operation into the ground. Only reason the ball keeps her on deck is because of her father. A lot of people want her gone. Why would she be interested in my mom? Everybody was. He's right. Everybody want what was in her head. Well, who's her father? Thomas St. Clair, founded Claire Bionics. They made robots just like your friend here. Million didn't like that. Yeah, Million might be St. Clair Unit himself. Or herself. Anyhow, man's rich as can be. Thomas St. Clair is the servant of the devil. There Guts go with his bullshit. Not bullshit, it's truth. Alright, Gus. Solid accent work, by the way. Thank you. It's a lot to do between 3 characters. I think I'm able to find some overlap. As someone who was born in and grew up in West Virginia in the first 8-9 years of my life, I know the base and the foundation of a country accent. So just going a little bit further south and loosening a lot of the consonants gives me some volume and some mileage. Lose a few of the consonants, and then especially for the French side, combining a lot of the vowels. As in words that end in a vowel and words that start in a vowel. And eliminating the consonant, a continent, Jesus. We're just rolling them together, essentially. South Louisiana accents are really unique, and people tend to either Texify them or waterboy them. I'm pretty sure the word rain appears in this game as well, and I think it'll trip most people up. Oh, Texify as in like the Arthur Morgan style, as in, there goes Gus with his bullshit. Not bullshit, it's truth. Alright, Gus. Thomas St. Clair is a servant of the devil. It's funny because like when I think of Texas, everything's just so deliberate. When I think of Southern drawl, Texas, and especially Arizona, like Southwestern accent, it's very deliberate, it's very slow, and it's very gruff. A lot of any man's rich as can be. But all Thomas St. Clair is a servant of the devil. Not usually a lot of volume and clarity either. Oh, twangify them, yeah. And the Waterboy accent is just foolishness because nobody speaks like that at all. Used to work with a fella from Georgia when I worked security. He had a similar accent. Let's go, Georgia. Stand up, baby. I tell you what, man. I love listening to folks speak with Louisiana Cajun, French Cajun like accents. I remember I was watching Archer and there's a section in there and he meets a dude who's selling airboats. Ain't no airboat over here for like 100 miles. Like I love listening like to full stories and conversation of folks with Cajun accents, Southern Louisiana, Bayou based, like love it. Love listening to the storytelling, love listening to the trimming of the words. I love all of it. Parain is one that's going to give people problems since it's like Parain. You drop the T. French pronunciations are hard to describe, I guess. Nationalization is what it is. Which never Parain. Parain. Enough about Laura St. Clair. Why didn't you stop the SHIELD agents? Well, because I was busy. With what? You know, just busy. Who cares with what? When are you ever busy with anything? All the time. I can hardly get a minute to relax. Then what are you doing? I told you I was looking out the window and I saw them SHIELD people. So answer the question, bruh. You see these people breaking into a home, you always come around here bragging about stopping the bad guys. If I wasn't so busy, I might have killed them. There's the text coming out. Sometimes I wonder if you have these stories you tell, ask around town. Everybody knows I'm a killer. Or just fantasies you make up to convince yourself I was taking a shit. The detective smoothed his tie as the moment of silence settles over the room. Window is next to the toilet. I'm always watching the street because I have irrational bowel syndrome. I hadn't even started wiping them when I seen them shielders, alright, bruh? Would you run down Apple Street with poo all over your ass? The man closes his eyes and shakes his head slowly. I take that as a no, you wouldn't. Nobody would. You gotta have a clean ass to fight crime, everybody knows that. Had I been done wiping, I guarantee you they'd be dead right now. I'm serious. He has IBS. He was in the bathroom wiping his butt when the SHIELD agents came into our mom's house to walk out with the box. Got it. That's enough. Before you go, I got one more thing. I'm hungry. Would be a real nice gesture of appreciation if you bought your informer something to eat. And circle back afterwards. I might have a little bit more information to share. This dude's serious? Nigga, do I look like DoorDash to you? My Uber Eats? And my Postmates? What now, old boy got hungry? Yes, actually. Suck a bone every day. Good for business, I guess. I hope it's not costing me characters money. Oh, that's right, I have Crouton's phone case. Let's go, baby. And at least in Louisiana, you don't need to get too French with the pronunciation when words get peppered into English like that. So that R ends up making it sound like the word rant and tail ends. These Kentuckians, man. New info. Laura St. Clair is the regional executive of Shield Oil. Her role is not secure. The board would like to replace her, but they fear the influence of her father. She's also interested in our mom, likely due to some aspect of your mom's research. Thomas St. Clair is Laura St. Clair's father and the affluent founder of Claire Bionics, a machine learning startup. I hate them all. Le Blanc. He saw SHIELD agents leaving your house with the box following your mother's death. That. Should have mentioned I don't much care for the fries here, but that's okay, I ain't complaining. Just would have liked me a sandwich is all, but forget all that. What's most important right now is that you understand what I told you. I saw SHIELD thugs leaving your mama's house with a box. What the box contained, no idea, but they was in there looking for something, no telling what. They got them headquarters deep inside the refinery in that old plantation house, where the real action happens. If I had to guess where they was heading, that'd be it. Said, Keith, you getting all this? Every word. Keith's making himself a little news website. What's the name gonna be, Keith? I got a few ideas in mind. You just like Duck. He used to be a news junkie too, digging up dirt and all the bigwigs. That was before the cancer knocked him on his ass. Some people want to know the truth. You been by to see Duck, K? Man could use visitors. Who? Man, no wonder you don't remember your mama talking about me. You got a pecan for a brain. Kay, I find it surprising you don't remember Duck. Even the damn robot things are sad. You got poor Catherine turning into her grave, kid. You better go see him. That old boy knows shit no one else does. Where is he? What do you mean? Man, Kate must have took you to see Duck 1,000 times. Just think about it for 2 seconds. Perhaps LeBlanc is right to suggest that we visit him at some point. Perhaps. Oh yes, quiet. Why you talk like that? Did they make you in England or something? You sound like a queen. Thank you. Weird ass thing. Anyhow, I figure I'll be seeing you two again. Good luck. This dude's belly vibrates whenever he burps. Like his entire lower stomach just goes whoop whoop. I have more questions. Hurry up then. I'm looking for my brother. Why don't you act guts about that? I don't keep up with Lake no more. Too much trouble. We'll need help getting into the refinery. Getting in that refinery ain't easy, I know that much from experience. You should find one of them people like they've been talking about on the news to help you out. Oil pirates barricading Highway 1, diverting pipelines and all this. Them the only kind that ever seek it through security. They were saying on TV one of them pirates been hiding in the Bathier Woods. It's all over the TV. He points to television. Another pipeline explosion has left residents of Lower St. Charles Parish shaken. Shield officials have determined that the source of the explosion was due to a botched attempt by oil pirates to divert the flow of oil into a stolen barge. A man familiar to local law enforcement known only as Lucky was among the pirates. Shield officials say he is believed to be hiding in the Bathier Woods along the east bank between Kenner and Laplace. Residents are asked to call Crime Stoppers with any information. I'm not doing this. If we're to attempt getting into the refinery to reclaim your mother's possessions, we'll need help. LeBlanc may know where to find it. LeBlanc suggested we visit Duck. It's good advice. Do you recall where Duck lives? There's a fugitive hiding along the Bathier. Yes, we saw him mentioned on the news. Allegedly an oil pirate. What about him? Are oil pirates common? Increasingly so. The pipeline network in this region is largely unmonitored. Player Bionics and others are developing new technologies to address this. Where is the Bathier? The Bathier Woods are along the Mississippi River near Dime's Discount. Maybe he can help us get into S.H.I.E.L.D.? That's reasonable to assume. We need to find a way into the oil refinery? Yes, S.H.I.E.L.D. has stolen some of your mother's possessions. We can attempt to infiltrate the refinery ourselves, but I don't think we'd be successful. Let's ask around for help. Let's find Duck. Okay, we gotta find out where Duck is located. Legend of Dragoon? Bro, that game takes forever. I feel like certain games, especially RPGs, like a lot of the games that I have to replay or pick back, not replay, but pick back up on, I can pick back up on. All those games I just listed, Hellblade, Signalis, Transistor, this game, and A Plague Tale are games I can hop back into and go, okay, I know what was going on, I know where I am, let's do this. But if you're on disc 3 of Legend of Dragoon, I would challenge you to figure out what was going on, what you were doing, why you're... Because with RPGs, you'll find yourself at a save crystal in the middle of a high-level area and wonder, was I here for a side quest? A super weapon? Was I farming? Or is this story progression? And then you take 2 steps, auto battle, and you're like, oh god, attack, party wipe. Ah, okay. Let's try to recollect his face. Brief, generous smiles, but otherwise, placid, expressionless. Place it. I was always happy to see him. His health took a turn before you left. A bit of lethargy, irregular breathing, sores in his legs. Your mom brought him food on days when he was unable to stand. His son, dead at 14. An explosion in the yard. Natural gas leaking from a pipe. Something caused a spark. The pipeline. Across the property to the S.H.I.E.L.D.'s chemical annex. There's only one neighborhood along that fence line. What's left of it, anyhow. Small fragments of his home pass through the black ink of your mind. A perennial accumulation of dust. Ooh, I like that. The perennial accumulation of dust. Sounds kind of like the damp curtains and pile of cans on the kitchen table and those refinery shadows of the little slab bungalow. Duck lives in Dimes. Okay, we're gonna go to Dimes and visit Duck, I guess. There's Duck's face. Why did the guy in the bar sitting down look like a detective from NYPD Blue? Because he is a detective from NOPD Blue. Or NOPD Bayou. It's so hard to get back into some games. Yeah, dude. Like, the thing is, Twafo, the initial list, like I said, looks pretty good. The next 5 I can get back into. When I look at the rest of the list, I'm going to say easy or hard to get back into. Easy. Easy. Some difficulty, but whatever. Easy. Maybe hard. Easy. Maybe hard. Easy. Not bad. Easy. Not bad. Easy and easy. So there's like 4 of the entire list that I think will present a challenge. But nothing on the list that I look at, I'm going to say... Actually, only 1 game on the list that I know I'm going to hop into and go, boy, I forget what was happening. But I've got 13 hours in that game, and I'm not going to sacrifice those 13 hours. So we'll make it work. Make it work. Before RPGs had journals and quest tracking and all these trackers and arrows, well, keep in mind too, some instruction manuals that came with the games in the back used to have a section for you to keep notes. Now granted, sometimes those JRPG manuals only had like 3 pages, which is not enough to keep notes on an RPG that you're playing. Some games had a generous section in the back to keep notes for your progress. Which is why it was awful when you rented games that came with a manual with the notes section that gave you all the details. How do we know you started these games? I'm happy you asked, Marcel, because if you want a sneak peek, if you want to spoil yourself, you can check the games right there in my backlog. And when you look at the aforementioned games right there, all of them except for like 2 are connected to my Steam account. And my Steam account accurately tracks and records my time spent in the game. Drops mic, returns to game. Dimes is the neighborhood along the fence line of the Shields Chemical Annex. Duck lives there. Where's the video proof I can start a game and walk away? I'm doubly happy you asked about that. Because a lot of these games, guess what I did years ago? I saved the VOD for them, but I never uploaded them because they were incomplete, but I kept them on a spare hard drive. And before you say, how do you know it was this year? Because if you look right here in my videos, I keep a timestamp of when I played the games. Picks mic back up, drops mic again. GFY. You think I haven't been dealing with people like you for 10 years now? 10 years I've been doing this. Come on now. Where you think you are? Where you think you are? What do you think this is? Better recognize. That means that like all of you who watched this just now, every single one of you have to sub right now for exposing MD14 like that. Especially if you came from his channel, from his raid, that's your streamer. That's your streamer. A third-rate duelist with a second-rate deck. I'm just playing. You know I love him. This has taken another unusual turn. Erica told us that Blake was heading here yesterday evening, but the bartender says that Blake hasn't come by in weeks. Something may have happened on his way here. LeBlanc says that S.H.I.E.L.D. has stolen a box of your mother's possessions. We have nothing else to go on. We must retrieve the stolen items and hope that they point us towards your brother. Accessing S.H.I.E.L.D.'s headquarters won't be easy. Without assistance, perhaps impossible. I suggest we recruit help before attempting it ourselves. Excellent deduction, dude. You blundered straight into my trap. I've got a hard drive right there. Yeah. My trap card is actually a trap hard drive. Yes. Alright, Kaiba. None of them have the guts to ask. Keep in mind that I'm not the one who recently had a social media update saying that they were recently chosen as the guest speaker at the Canadian Prime Minister's local dinner, whatever it was. I saw a tweet recently where you announced that you were one of 2 people who were selected to be a representative at the House of Parliament and also got a partnership with Smoke's Poutineery for the next 10 years. I don't know what it was. I remember reading it and going, that's super cool. I clapped for you. So shout outs to you. Since we're all done here, let's go to gotta go to Dimes. Is that a... Oh, it's an open terrace. Boy, I see a lot of houses and trailers like this in West Virginia. This open air driveway right here that leads right to the grass with a shed in the back with the pieces of cardboard and plywood leaning against the garage. Bro, we are so back. You mean the adjudication for the Canadian Game Awards? That's what I said, essentially, but yes. Adjudication for the Canadian Game Awards. It's some fancy babysitting, bro. I'm not babysitting the American Game Awards. And Jeff Keighley knows where to find me. We've spoken before, so big ups to you, dude. Congratulations, major congrats. Shout outs to Canada for sure, let me live in you. Bro, listen. Marcel, take me with you. Take me with you. I already know you won't be number 51, right? So just take me and Twaffle with you. Doesn't look sus at all, a trailer with everything boarded up. Well, not wrong. Not a great sign. You went further south. Yeah, you're not wrong. I did go further south, my bad. Chemical Annex. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Chemical Annex sits a small distance from the house. This is Duck's home. The last house standing in Dimes. Monkey stares at you, you stare at Monkey, okay, love it. There's really nothing else to interact with? Alright, just the door. The house is partially boarded up. You assume it's an artifact of hurricane preparation that has since become a permanent fixture. Ha! I'm not laughing at the hurricane thing, I'm laughing at the sentiment of I put thing up, I don't feel like taking thing down, so now that thing is permanent. Like a Christmas tree or holiday lights. I would like to live in Canada. I like the cold weather, the forest, and I've got a computer science degree, so please. Yeah, honestly, dude. I F with the cold weather. I can live in the forest. I can live in the farmlands of Saskatchewan. You know what I'm saying? Manitoba. I can live in the cold areas of British Columbia. You know what I mean? Or Upper Ontario. Just holler at your boy. Go inside. Uh-oh, it's dark. It's sad to see Duck in this state. He was once such a vibrant man. In what state? I'm scared to turn on the lamp, bro. What's gonna happen? Whoa! It's Duck! that is an oxygen tank. Dang. Not the first ones to come through here, toppling all over my shit in the dark. Since the buyout, people think this neighborhood is all the way empty. Come around looking for copper. But you wouldn't do that kind of thing, Kay. Not like your brother. How's it been, Duck? How's it been? How it looks. I made such a mess with that head drop, just trying to keep myself out of trouble till it's my turn to go, so... Head drive? I unleashed it, the monster. Super Duck. Calls itself that just to get to me, just to piss me off. It's my fault. That company that made it for me, I should have known from the get-go that they only do their business at night. Found out later because they don't even have a license. Your mother went to the same clinic for hers. I tried to warn her. Junk that was in my brain. He begins to laugh. It's spreading around like a virus. So even in the trees. I told your mother don't get messed up in any of that. She tells me it's talking to her through the radio. I said, turn off the radio. He never listens. Stop responding to me. Figure that monster's got money to burn. Catherine didn't want to leave her debt for you to deal with, so. You kept up with my mom? Up until right near the end, Kay. She lived like she wasn't sick. She never quit. But I could see it wearing on her. Took a toll on her body. It started in her liver. They burned it out, thought maybe that was the end of it. Before you know it, they found a little in her lungs. She was still going on town, walking up and down the airline like some kind of bag lady. Figured she thought it'd go away if she ignored it, but I didn't work out for her. Once it came to me, it never did quit. It been getting sores, cramps every day. Can't keep nothing down. Tried to tell her that, said, Catherine, this is not the kind of thing you can work off. You think she listened? By the time it got out of her brain, that was all there was to it. No more working, no more doing nothing. She'd already gotten fed up with me by that point. Never really made amends before they put her in that mausoleum with your daddy. Hurts my heart thinking about it, but what can you do? No hiding from God's will. So, I have more questions about my mom. This monster my mom was working for it? I hate even thinking about that thing. It knows I'm here dying while it grows and grows. Big, disgusting, toxic burrs sprouting from the ground all over the region with teeth and hands and all kinds of shit. Unbelievable. Turn my stomach. You know what? I won't be the first to die. Hell no. They roped your mother into some lunacy. She wouldn't tell me the details. Couldn't get a single word out of her after that point. Or point. Did you attend her funeral? I plan to. Ran from my godchild to pick me up on everything, but day of the service, I couldn't hardly walk. I heard from a couple people it was a beautiful one. For all the bridges she burned, there was plenty of people had nothing to say. Even a few of her colleagues from the university showed up, the ones who got her sacked. I know that it chapped her ass. They buried her with that fake little ring she wore around her neck. She said it reminded her who she was. Figured she probably wanted to give it to you, but you were gone, and Blake, well, he'd have pawned it to anyone fool enough to buy it. So, the ring she wore on her neck was fake? You don't know the story? Kind of funny if it weren't so sad. Your granddaddy wanted to prove he was from royal stock, so he broke into a pawn shop up there on the airline and stole the biggest ruby he could find. Went around telling everyone it was from the old world. Said it traveled from France to Nova Scotia and down the Mississippi River. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit. He ended up in Angola for it. Well, they never did find the ring. Catherine took it to an appraiser one time. It's cubic zirconia, fake. Man spent months in jail for a fake piece of jewelry. After that, everyone started calling him King Pierre. They laughed him out of a crevasse. My mom was fired from the university? Sure, you were wrong, but you were wrong. You were young. Couldn't have been too long after Blue passed. She lied up and down to get that job. Nothing special, just a community college in the city. But that's Catherine. Never wanted to play it straight. Suppose Blake took after her in that respect. You mentioned the buyout? You must have noticed coming in, the houses are all gone. People here have been fighting with S.H.I.E.L.D. all their lives. They got a little momentum on their side to the last explosion. Papers were making S.H.I.E.L.D. look bad. But hell, we were here first. S.H.I.E.L.D. moved in. We suffer. Gas leaks, noises, explosions. Can't grow my vegetables out in the yard. Just won't grow. I never cared to move, but I knocked doors for it anyhow. If S.H.I.E.L.D. had never dropped in on us, my little plot of land be worth something. Money they were offering to buy us out was alright. They worth a lot more had they never come. Number they put in front of me, I said piss on it. I could have sued after Reese died. I just didn't have the energy for it. Oh, Reese must have been his son who died in the gas explosion. Dang. I'm the last one left in Dimes, so I'm sorry about Reese. It's history. Most days I can't remember his face if I'm honest. That's tragic. Jesus, dude. When you fill out the survey at the head drive clinic, they ask you to write down memories, control points they call them. Couldn't stand to write out his name. It's too painful. I regretted it at first, but I'm thankful for it now. Been a lot worse if that monster carried a piece of my boy inside of it. Which is a nice time to mention, hey, by the way, we're trying to get into the refinery. Sorry about Reese. Not a good idea, Kay. What for? They stole my mom's stuff. Well, that's interesting. The regional executive, she took a particular interest in your mother. Why? She wanted to know things Catherine knew, I suppose. Your mother was out in the lake. She heard S.H.I.E.L.D. or somebody was building some kind of rig out there. She wanted to find out for herself. She didn't find what she was looking for, but she found something. It sounded to me like her medication was messing up her head, but she insisted it was real. Some kind of UFO. Said it followed her for nearly a mile. She did mention that in the last chapter. But anyhow, that CEO they got at S.H.I.E.L.D., she's about as far out of her mind as your mother was. Must have caught wind of all this. Catherine gotta be careful in her old age. Paranoid even. Most important thing she kept hidden. Whatever S.H.I.E.L.D. stole, it wasn't nothing important. But you want to get it back. Can you help us get in? I'm gonna regret telling you this, but I've been sitting on it so long I've been dying to tell somebody. I don't know how S.H.I.E.L.D. managed to do it, but they fucked up. They bought out this neighborhood, and ever since they did, they put me behind a firewall. Got a computer terminal back there. Every time I boot it up, I get a view of the inside. Not like I know what the hell to do with it. Clicked around a bit, but just got myself lost. Can't hardly read the screen. Computer's back there in my little library. Have a look. Whatever you do, Kay, I'm asking you to be careful. Okay, good to know. Adrian narration goated? Yeah, you think so? Listen, I got raided tonight by some good company. Happens to be Tina and MD14, aka Marcel 14, aka adjudicator for Canadian Game Awards. So when you bring good company, you gotta bring the heat too in narration. Oh my god, Pickus, I forgot all about the running meme we had in 2018 for Sick. Thank you. Twafo, you get it. I love that emo. Shout outs to Shan, by the way. My man's My man's Will Shand. I feel like I meet different content creators who are really good at taking advantage of certain features. Some are good at taking advantage of follows. Some are really good at utilizing subs. Some are good at utilizing sub trains. Some are good at utilizing the new bonuses in mobile. Some are good at utilizing different things. But Shan and Bits should be an honors course. So good. So shout outs to the homie. This is good. Throwback Tuesday. It feels like it, right? The fake ring. Your grandpa broke into a pawn shop and stole a jeweled ring to uphold the lie that he was descended from French royalty. Ah, my grandpa is so dope. Mom later discovered that the ruby was made from synthetic material. Yep, cubic zirconia. She still wore the ring around her neck until she died. She was buried with it. There's an episode of BoJack Horseman that literally is the same thing, where Princess, jeez, I forgot her name. Princess Carolyn is in a future episode where her great descendant, like great grandniece, is giving a school project or a school speech about a necklace that Princess Carolyn has that came from the old country and is supposedly worth a lot of money. And Princess Carolyn tries to pawn it off, and they later find out it's completely fake and worth nothing, and it breaks her heart. This is already a really bad day for her. It's such a tragic episode, man. Then again, a lot of BoJack Horseman are tragic episodes, so it's not too surprising. Way back Wednesday, Blue is in a mausoleum. Blue wasn't buried, he was interred in a mausoleum. He visited a few times as a kid. Catherine brought flowers and prayed there. You sat restlessly waiting for her to finish. Afterwards, she dragged you into the church that faced River Road to make you touch the holy water. She watched you motion the sign of the cross before fixing your shirt. She held your shoulder as the two of you left. What's going on with this client? Your mom was conducting a research for a client in Fat City. That's all you know. I know who that client is. It's a piece of meat. Like me. Your mom versioned her consciousness at the same disreputable neural versioning clinic as Duck. The device that hosts her consciousness is called a head drive. Do you think any of you would ever want to store your consciousness on a head drive? A la Ghost in the Shell. A la... I'm drawing a blank. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's the only horror game that I really enjoy. I can't believe I forgot the name of it already. Underwater, going from location to location. Soma, thank you. A la Soma. A la Ghost in the Shell. Not the park, but that was an interestingly funny and frightening game that I'll never play again. Probably not. No, I can't wait to not exist. Yeah, I don't think... There's too much unknown about the consciousness and the role it plays with the idea of a soul or your body make up flesh and where it goes, if it returns to the stars or stardust. And I don't want it stored as data. Even if my brain and the electrons and neurons that are filing that creates memories in the parts of my brain, the ones and zeros to create memories, can be stored as data, I don't want it to. It goes with me. Put it this way. If you don't have access to Einstein's, you don't get mine. I'm not saying I'm Einstein or Cleopatra, but if you ain't got theirs, you ain't getting mine. You're like creative and brilliant and stuff. I'm just a gamer. You can find somebody else 50 years from now who can do what I can do and use their consciousness instead. Laura St. Clair is interested in your mom. Duck speculates that it's because of the object your mom observed in the lake. Duck. Duck is an old friend of your mom's who lost his son when a shield pipeline cutting through their yard exploded. He versioned his consciousness at the same clinic as her. They filed a touch before she died. He lives in dimes and is in poor health. Guess we'll go in the back and look at his computer. He has no idea how much of a elite hacker I am. Sorry, black hat. So, if I touch this laptop, I'm going to go to work. Know that. A trophy sitting atop the bookshelf reads, Junior Champion Reese Richard, St. Charles Parish, YX2B. Dang, his son had a trophy? Wait, Reese Richard? As in Reed Richard? Fantastic Four Day? It all connects. I only want tech to help those who can't see or hear. Storing my brain on a thumbstick just for someone to use remaining space for MP3. I'm good. Yeah, dude, that's the other thing, Marcel. I don't want to be shuffled. You know what I mean? You can set your Spotify or your title to shuffle. Where one moment you're listening to Fleetwood Mac, the next you're listening to F Doom, then Doja Cat. You can set your movies to shuffle. Where 1 minute you're watching the Ocean's quadrilogy, if you want to. Next thing you're watching Dog Day Afternoon. I don't want my memories to get lost in the shuffle. I don't want you to be sitting there going, I got loyalty, got royalty inside and DNA, cocaine quarter piece, skip. Look into my eyes. What do you see? Cult of personality. Skip. Hell's coming with me. Skip. Hey, welcome to Okaydrian OK Per View. It's currently January 25th, and we are playing Final Fantasy 16. Like, don't include me as media. I really want you to watch Altered Carbon, please. I can add it to a long pipeline of movies that have to be watched. If my mind benefits others, I'm okay with it. Well, that's the problem, PK, is a lot of these corporations and companies have these entire marketing and PR giants who are able to craft intricate stories to tell the audience and consumers, us, of how your brain will benefit others, when really it's going to benefit their bottom line. Why are we skipping Humble? To get to my brain scan, my head drive. A collection of bills, letters, and photographs are pinned to the board. The photographs are of various industrial and infrastructural landscapes that you recognize from around the region. The Geismar aluminum refinery, the grain elevators downriver, the airport control tower. The head of a buck is mounted to the wall. ... Okay. A printout containing the letterhead of a law office in the Metaris sits in the tray of the printer. Mr. Richard, after carefully studying the circumstances of the buyout, we recommend that you proceed with the relocation. SHIELD is not legally obligated to provide you with an easement. You may find yourself trespassing on private property when leaving and returning to your home. Are you serious right now? That's actually... That's wild, actually. That's... I hate looking at that. Duh. A strange ornamental box. Touch it. You attempt to open the box, it's locked. Fair. Storage containers filled with paperwork and newspaper clippings. Open it up. You sift through some of the clippings that fill the containers. Most relate to the catalytic cracking unit explosion of YX-10. Descriptions of the aftermath, the destruction, the displacement, the workers who died. Your father is listed among the names. Yep. Books. You peruse the titles in the bookshelf. U.S. Army Corps Anomalous Light Report. Report on the levitating spheres of light witnessed by multiple onlookers above Camp Memory in the Bonnet Carré spillway through the spring and summer. Commissioned by the United States Army Corps of Engineers. Interesting. Our mom says she saw that. After careful survey of the soil content in the area near Camp Memory, our inquiry has determined anaerobic conditions conducive to the formation of confined pockets of gas that, given exposure to sufficient heat, may ignite. Not great. These spontaneous incidents of combustion were likely mistaken for floating luminous spheres. Wait, Will-O-Wisp? Actual Will-O-the-Wisp? As in the folklore tale? Which would fit the whole idea of Cajun and Bayou tales. Interesting. The Pigman. Some claim that the Pigman is a type of grunch who hides beneath the interstate bridges that cross Lake Pontchartrain. Legend has it that if you bring the Pigman a gift, he will return a gift to you in kind. Aww. Now it's time to hack Cersei's computer. Which I will do tomorrow because it's 1:30 a.m. Thank you. Good night.